Have you ever had that feeling that your cat is plotting something? That they know more than they let on? Well, you're not alone. In today's video, I'm going to show you 5 cat behaviors that are way more intelligent than most people realize, and no, this is not an exaggeration. These are actions that show how observant, strategic, and, in many cases, even manipulative these felines can be. If you love cats or are just starting to understand the feline world, get ready, because what you're about to discover here might completely change the way you see your kitty. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy content about cats, animal behavior, and fun facts that make you see your pet in a whole new light. Give it a like, turn on the notification bell, and of course, leave a comment down below while you're watching. What's the smartest thing your cat has ever done? I really want to know, and I might even use some of the comments in future videos. Oh, and stick around until the very end, because the last thing I'm going to share is one of those that will truly surprise you, and many people don't even believe it's possible. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Routine recognition and associative intelligence. Have you ever noticed how your cat seems to have an incredibly precise internal clock? They know exactly when you're about to leave the house, when you're coming back, or even when you're about to get up from the couch and head to the kitchen. It's not magic, it's strategic observation. Cats are masters at creating mental maps of our behavior. They memorize sounds, movements, and even facial expressions. The specific jingle of your keys, the sound of your footsteps in the hallway, the way you grab your bag or put on your shoes. All of that becomes part of a dictionary your cat uses to associate certain actions with specific outcomes. This type of intelligence, known as associative intelligence, allows them to connect a stimulus to a consequence. If every time you pick up the blue container they get a treat, just touching that container will have them running toward you. If the sound of the door closing means you'll be gone for a while, they'll find a cozy spot to nap until you return. What's even more impressive is that they don't just recognize what is going to happen, they anticipate it. And that anticipation isn't only about asking for food. It might be hiding before an unwanted bath, claiming your favorite chair before you sit down, or waiting at the door with that "I knew you were coming" look in their eyes. Many people think it's just coincidence, but in reality, it's the result of refined learning built up day after day, proof that your cat pays far more attention to you than you might imagine. Number 2. Emotional manipulation and strategic communication. Cats are true specialists in personalized communication. They don't talk to everyone in the same way. They adapt their style of interaction to each person they live with. And believe it or not, this is a sign of intelligence and, in a way, emotional manipulation. You know that specific meow that sounds extra cute or a little more insistent, making you stop whatever you're doing to give them attention, or that strategic walk over to their food bowl, even when it's already full, just to convince you to put down fresh kibble. None of that is by accident. What's really happening is that cats test behaviors like little scientists. They try something, watch how you react, and if they see it works, they repeat it until it becomes a shortcut to getting what they want. It's a learning process based on positive reinforcement, but reversed. You're not training the cat is training you. They learn, for example, that if they meow in the middle of the night, you'll get up to check on them. Or that rubbing against your leg while you're cooking will probably earn them a treat. Even their gaze is calculated. That "please love me" look that melts any human heart is the result of both evolution and fine-tuned cohabitation skills. This ability to shape human behavior is so effective that, most of the time, we don't even realize we're giving in. You think you're doing them a favor, but in reality, you're responding exactly as they planned. It's as if your cat had an invisible manual called "How to Get Everything I Want from My Human," and they check that manual every single day. Number 3. Feign disinterest and hunter strategy. If there's one feline behavior I think deserves a round of applause, it's their ability to fake disinterest. You've probably seen it before. Your cat's favorite toy is right there, within reach, but suddenly it seems like it's lost all appeal. until you turn your back. Then, as if by magic, they're playing with it again like nothing ever happened. This isn't just stubbornness or laziness, it's a strategy that comes straight from their hunting instincts. In the wild, predators often need to hide their intentions so they don't alert their prey. Staying still, looking away, pretending not to care. All of that is part of the game. Domestic cats retain this skill even when they don't need to hunt for survival. They know when you're watching and may change their behavior because of it. Sometimes they freeze mid-movement, remain perfectly still, and pretend they're not interested, and at just the right moment, when no one's watching or when the prey toy seems vulnerable, they spring into action with speed and precision. This feigned disinterest is more than just pure instinct. It's refined behavior. It's as if your cat has learned to control their own impulses to increase their chances of success. And this strategic patience is a hallmark of highly intelligent predators. In essence, when your cat does this, they're not only training coordination and reaction time, but also emotional control, and, as a bonus, keeping you intrigued, as if you're part of a game only they fully understand. Number 4. Environmental reading and emotional perception. When it comes to feline intelligence, few behaviors are as impressive as a cat's ability to read its surroundings. It's almost as if they carry a built-in radar capable of picking up every detail in their environment. Have you noticed how they find the highest spot in the house, not just to rest, but to have a privileged vantage point, like a sentry? Or how they choose, with precision, the coolest spot during hot days and the warmest one in winter? None of this is random. Cats are tireless observers. They test, evaluate, and memorize. Over time, they build an extremely detailed mental map of their territory, knowing exactly where to be in any given situation. This map isn't only physical, it's strategic. It includes the best escape routes, ideal places to observe without being seen, spots that offer both safety and comfort, and even areas where they can better hear sounds from outside. It's as if the cat were both an architect and a military strategist, constantly adjusting their territory to remain in control. But perhaps the most fascinating aspect is that this reading isn't limited to the physical space. Cats also have a remarkably sharp emotional sensitivity. They detect nearly imperceptible changes in our tone of voice, posture, breathing rhythm, and even the subtle scent we unconsciously release when we're scared, stressed, or happy. And they don't just notice, they react. Some cats become more affectionate and stay close when they sense sadness or vulnerability in their human, as if offering silent comfort. Others, when faced with a tense atmosphere, prefer to keep their distance, as if they understand it's not the right moment for interaction. There are also those who mirror our behavior, becoming calmer when we're relaxed and more restless when they pick up on our anxiety. This combination of spatial awareness and emotional perception makes cats true masters of adaptation. They don't just live in an environment, they study it, understand it, and shape their own routines too. Make the most of it while responding with surprisingly refined sensitivity to our emotional states. Number 5. Learning by observation and problem solving. Perhaps the most surprising trait of all is many cats' ability to learn simply by observing what's happening around them. Unlike other animals that rely on direct repetition or constant rewards, cats can absorb information quietly, analyze it, and then apply it with precision, almost like little scientists living in our homes. Some cats learn to open doors just by watching you turn the handle. Others figure out that flipping a light switch turns on the lamp, and after a few attempts, they can do it on their own. Some imitate sounds, figure out cabinet mechanisms, and even understand complex sequences of human actions. This isn't coincidence, it's practical intelligence applied through active observation. The process is fascinating. They notice every detail, analyze patterns, test different strategies, make mistakes, and refine their movements until they achieve the desired result. It's a combination of attention, memory, logical reasoning, and persistence. This ability to learn and apply solutions independently demonstrates a level of planning and cognition that most people don't associate with domestic cats. There are countless documented cases of cats mastering complex behaviors simply by watching humans. Some learn to flush a toilet after repeatedly observing the human action. Others figure out how to open cabinet or even refrigerator doors, manipulating handles or latches with precision. Some develop clever techniques to get food or toys, such as pulling strings, pushing objects, or pressing buttons creatively. What's even more impressive is the autonomy with which they apply this learning. Unlike many animals that wait for instructions or rewards, cats can assess a situation, plan a strategy, weigh risks, and act independently. They can solve seemingly complex problems without any help, showing creativity and adaptability. Moreover, this intelligence extends to understanding human behavior. Cats observe our routines, habits, and emotional reactions, using this information to anticipate our actions or manipulate situations to their advantage. Every success opening a door, flipping a switch, or getting a treat is the result of detailed observation, logical reasoning, and constant trial and error. In short, when a cat accomplishes something that seems impossible, it's not luck. It's keen curiosity, practical intelligence, autonomy, and remarkable cognitive ability. These little masters of adaptation turn the world around them into a living laboratory, constantly testing, planning, and solving problems, and we, humans, often just watch in amazement. If you're wondering whether your cat does any of these things, the answer is most likely yes. You just might not have noticed yet. Cats are masters of subtlety. They don't announce every thought or movement, but their minds are working 24/7, constantly calculating, interpreting, and testing boundaries. They observe every detail, the way you walk, the sounds in the house, changes in routine, and even small alterations in the environment. All of this becomes part of their mental repertoire, helping them anticipate situations, spot opportunities, and make intelligent decisions. It may seem like they're sleeping or uninterested, but in reality, they're analyzing the world around them with impressive precision. Moreover, cats have an incredible ability to read people and emotions. They notice when you're happy, sad, stressed, or anxious, and often adjust their behavior to align with your emotional state. Some will come closer to offer comfort, others will keep their distance to respect your space, but all are attentive, constantly interpreting subtle cues that would go unnoticed by most. It doesn't stop there. They also learn through experience and observation, as we've seen in the previous examples. Every gesture, every household routine, every reaction you make is analyzed and stored in their memory. They test strategies, repeat what works, and avoid what doesn't. It's as if each cat has its own internal manual for survival and coexistence, constantly updated based on what they observe. So, even when they seem distant or indifferent, cats are extremely attentive. They may appear mysterious or independent, but they're always studying, planning, and adapting, and believe me, they understand far more than they ever show. Every behavior, every meow, every look is part of a complex inner world that only they fully comprehend. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like now. It really helps the channel reach more people who, just like you, love their cats and want to understand their behavior better. Every like is a sign that we're creating content that matters and helps cat lovers around the world get closer to their furry friends. And if you're not subscribed yet, click the red button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next videos. There's a lot of exciting content coming, amazing curiosities, behavior tips, observation tricks, and fascinating stories from the feline world that will make you look at your cat in a whole new way. Of course, leave a comment below which of these behaviors impressed you the most, or what crazy, funny, or brilliant behavior has your cat ever done. I read every comment and reply to many, so take the chance to share your story. Who knows, your experience might even appear in one of the next videos. It's always amazing to see how unique and surprising every cat can be. Thank you for staying with me until the very end, and if you made it this far, congratulations! You're part of the team of true cat lovers who know that behind that seemingly indifferent and distant look, There's a mind that's always thinking and observing before you go. Give your cat some extra love from me, because they deserve all the attention and affection in the world. And remember, the more you observe and understand your feline friend, the more you'll realize just how intelligent, strategic, and full of personality they really are. We'll see each other in the next video with more curiosities, stories, and tips for you and your cat. Until then, keep enjoying every moment with your furry companion, because every gesture, every look, and every meow tells a story. And now you know a little more about what's going on in their minds.